What is going on, guys? Welcome back to FIFA 19 here in the Italian capital of Rome as we continue our career with Lazio. Today we will kick things off with the biggest match of the season so far, a home Europa League tie against Marseille. We have no points from our first two games in this competition. We desperately need to get on the board, otherwise our ambitions of winning this competition could be disappearing fast. I'll catch you up on a couple of things. We played two games since you were last here. A comfortable 4-0 victory over Fiorentina was followed by our first dropped points in the league of the season, an away draw at Parma. So that's where we're at. We still sit top of Serie A, but the Europa League is an entirely different story. So it's time to get into it and see if we can change our fortunes in Europe. Marseille don't really do much with kits, that'll do. Now, let's see how the team's looking. They all look pretty much fit. I think we do have... Not Basta is available, but I don't really want to play him right now. I think I'm going to go with this team. I'm going to go with Strakosha, Plattenhart, Radua, Sarri, Patrick, Lulic, Savic, Lucas, Lukaku, Luis Alberto, Immobile. That's how we're going to start. We do have good options on the bench. Just kind of want to get these guys back in the group. I feel like this is possibly our best starting 11, so I'd like to get those guys in action. Let's see how it goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with it. Lazio versus Marseille, must-win situation. Let's hope we can live up to the pressure and get a win on the board in the Europa League finally. Like I said, Serie A hasn't been an issue this year, but Europa League has. We've definitely struggled there. So played it wide. Plattenhart finds Lulic early down that side. Goes back to Plattenhart. Plattenhart goes to swing it in. It gets in there, but it's headed clear. Savic picks it up on the edge of the box. Finds a pass, tries to find Alberto, but the defender easily steps in front of that one. Plays it into Savic. Savic finds Luis Alberto. Goes out wide to Lulic, who dips out left with a nice little move. He's going to keep going. He swings one in. Lukaku's at the back post. It's headed clear. Lucas is there. He flicks it. Tries to get back into it himself, but can't. Plattenhart's there to try and recover, and he does. Savic finds Lukaku. Plays Lucas. Lucas has to stop. Goes to Patrick. Patrick swings one in. Headed towards goal by Luis Alberto, but straight at Mandanda. First effort of the game. Some good movement to get there. Not a ton has happened here in the first half. I have to say, we've had that one chance, but apart from that, there hasn't really been a lot that's gone on at all. It's been a very cagey affair. Neither team's attacking prowess is shown through. That ball's poor. One of these two teams is going to have to come out a little bit stronger at the second half, and the last 10 minutes of the first half can show us something we haven't yet seen. Good challenge. Here's Savic now. Over the top for Lukaku. First time, plays it in. Tries to find Immobile. He finds Alberto instead, and Luis Alberto puts it over the bar. Second decent chance for him in this one. He just gets under it. Mandanda doesn't have to move. He sees where that's going from the second it leaves Luis Alberto's boot. And we are still goalless in Rome. Sarri finds Savic going out the back. There's Immobile. Finds Plattenhart down the left. Plattenhart back into Immobile. Tries to find his man. He can't, but there is a foul given there. I was waiting for that. Just kind of bowled him over. Headed in. Luis Alberto's touch is poor, and he messed it up, but he gets the back there quite nicely. Here's Immobile. Finds Alberto. Luis Alberto with the run. He plays through Lukaku in good space down the right. Lukaku swings it over. There's Savic to head on goal. And on the stroke of half-time, Lazio make a key breakthrough. And it is Savic who heads it in. Some very nice build-up play. Rounded off well. And we do grab a lead we maybe just about deserve. But even then, it's a stretch. A nice ball out. Lukaku had all kinds of space. He gets himself nice and close. Dinks one in. Savic unmarked. powers the header. It wasn't placed particularly well, but it was just powerful enough to get past Mandanda. Lazio lead at the Stadio Olimpico by 1-0. And that also ends the first half. Seconds later, we will go in with the lead that we snuck right in there at the end. Definitely a good thing to get. We just need to hold on to this one. Remember, we led against West Ham. We lost that game by 2-1. The stats don't really tell much of the story. Marseille have done nothing, to be fair. We've had the only chances and most of the ball. So they're going to have to be the ones that come out and show us something. I don't really want to change anything. I could switch to defensive, but what's the point? When even on balance, Marseille can't get near us. So we're going to keep things as they are for now. As we win the ball back early in the second half. Here's Radu. Here's Lulic. Immobile. Luis Alberto with the first time strike. It's not there, and Lukaku can't react in time to put it in himself, and he loses possession. It won't let me. Good challenge by Radu to win it back, and Lucas gives it straight away. Really poor from Lucas as they just run right through. No one even wanting to make a challenge there. And I think Lucas is going to immediately make way, and Marusic is going to take his place in the middle of the field. Luis Alberto back to Plattenhardt. Plattenhardt's ball into Immobile, straight at Mandanda. That was a half chance to double our lead and make this a little more comfortable. Do well to win the ball there. For all that's happened, Marseille have really only had one shot in this second half. So for all the times they dispossessed us, we have got it right back and not let them do anything with it. And still be quite pleased with our efforts here. We find Immobile who hits one, and Mandanda makes the save. Eventually it's probably going to be cleared. Oh, it isn't cleared very well. We win it back. Lukaku gets it. Here's Marusic, who finds Savic, who's going to hit one, and it's again straight at Mandanda. Putting on some late pressure here, trying to find that goal that could clinch us their win, but it's not over yet. Can't afford to rest on our laurels as Sanson comes down the right hand side for Marseille. He goes back. It's played through a Serbi. He sticks a foot on it, but he loses out there. This is dangerous. They come forward. There's the shot, and Strakosha somewhat unconvincingly makes the save. And we're going to make a change at left back here for the final few minutes. Dermisi to replace Plattenhardt. Stilvan will swing the corner in. It's in the middle. It's still there. It's still there. But Strakosha is headed straight there, harmlessly into the hands of our more than capable goalkeeper. Radu finds the fresh man Dermisi down the left, and he's used his energy to get by a couple of people. Instead, he plays it through to Alberto, who's out of energy, out of gas. He plays it back to Lulic. Wow. Here's Savic in the middle. Savic loses out. He tried to find Immobile, but he couldn't. Maybe it wasn't the right pass to make. And now Marseille, with just 30 seconds left, come forward. What a time this would be for the away side to nick a goal they don't really deserve. They're still coming. Here's Germain. It's played back. It's gone in. He hits the shot, and it's straight at Strakosha. And there is the full-time whistle. We do get our first European victory of the season. We had to work hard for it, but it was, I think, a deserved win, and we take 3 points finally. The good news is the group has been really close. There hasn't been a lot between the teams. You can see there we did just about edge most of the important ratings there and stats, particularly the scoreline, of course. Savic's goal on the stroke of half-time enough to get us on the board. We'll jump into a quick look at the table, see how everyone else did, if I can ever find it. Is it in other leagues or is it in standings? I don't know. For Europa League. So we are still bottom of the group, but a point behind Frankfurt and Marseille. It's a tight group, only 3 off the top spot. West Ham have that. Of course, they did beat us. We have to travel to Marseille and to London to take on those guys. We host Frankfurt in a couple games from now. Marseille away is our next one. That's going to be another very difficult task. And really, from here on out, we need to be winning games. Alright, so as you can see, next game we play Inter, another big one. I'm not sure where they are on the table. They're not even in the top 6, so they're not having a great season so far. But that doesn't mean they won't be dangerous. Check on back in, see how we line up and how we do against the former Giants from Milan. Alright, let's get right into it. Home against Inter here. We're going to jump in, see what we can do with the team. I'm curious who's actually going to be fit enough to play in this one, because it's only a couple days out from our last game. I'm going to give Lukaku the rest here, put Marusic back out wide. Kinda feel like Caicedo could come in. Do I play Ravel Morrison in that role? Center forward is not really an attacking midfielder's role. But do I play Caicedo in there? I don't know. I don't think he's not as good a passer as Luis Alberto, so he probably shouldn't be. He needs to be a little more rounded than just an out-and-out striker. What about Morrison? Haven't given him a shot yet. I think I might give Ravel Morrison a game here, you know. Let's bring... I'll take Cabral off the bench. I should probably do a couple other things here, shouldn't I? I think I might give Dermisi the start at left back here. I'm tempted because Basta is almost fit. I think I might put him on the bench as well instead of Plattenhart. That's what we're going to go with then. Strakosha, Dermisi, Radua, Serbi, Patrick, Lulic, Savic, Lucas, Marusic, Morrison, and Immobile. Slightly changing things up a little here. I do believe we will be in a pretty good spot to get the win. Let's find out. Alright, kickoff number 2 of the episode here again at the Stadio Olimpico, back in domestic action. Let's see if we can make it 2 wins from 2, keep her spot comfortably at the top of Serie A. We do have a 3-point cushion at the moment at this early stage in the season. That's nothing to be shy about. Hopefully we can keep it going, get our form back where it should be. Losing out there though was a poor touch, and Perisic now with a chance to run down. Lucas having to come in and cover as Lautaro Martinez chases that down, wins it from Asari with the passes to no one. Kind of rushed that cross. He had more time than he thought he did, and Dermisi ends up finding Lulic. But that ball's poor, and Inter win it back again. That could have been interesting. Dermisi finds Lulic. This time Lulic finds a man. It's Savic. Serbia's Patrick now. A nervy start for the home side, for sure. Definitely need to just settle things down, getting the ball. Ravel Morrison finds Immobile there. Immobile is being fouled, but it'll give the advantage. But the pass is poor from Immobile. Gives it away. Serbi tries to hold off Martinez. He couldn't. He did, but then he didn't. And Perisic with a big swing and miss there. We have found ourselves in some early trouble in this one. Here's Morrison. I haven't found it yet. Savic finds Lulic. There's Immobile. Tries to throw it back into Lulic, who cuts inside, swings at it, can't get there. Morrison took a big acrobatic swing as well, but never made it down far enough for him to get. Advantage given, but Inter will play on. Dermisi try to chase that down. That pass is long and deep. Candreva just about get there. He does. The ball in isn't great, but it's dealt with incredibly poorly. And Inter take the lead. 2 missed opportunities to get that one away. First to the front post by a defender. Then Strakosha dives at it and misses completely. Inter get the lead at the Stadio Olimpico. It's been coming. There's one miss. Strakosha just dives right over the top of it. Doesn't get anything to do with it. And Perisic punishes some poor defending by the home team, and Inter lead by a goal 2-0. And immediately we give it back almost. Immobile does hold on in the end. Lulic is here now. He cuts a little. Lulic swings it in. Punched clear. Someone's got to chase it down. No one did, and Inter come away with it again. Haven't shown it that sense of urgency yet in this one. And here's Perisic in acres of space. Patrick was far too far inside. Perisic hits one. Strakosha makes the save. Inter just in complete control of this game so far. It's played up, headed inside. Here's Candreva to Demare. Candreva again. Inter is playing it right through everyone here, having no trouble, but that time it's taken away. That was a risky pass across the back 4, and another poor ball. making it all too easy for them. Strakosha punches that one away, but Inter get it right back. It's played inside. The shot, I think, is... no, it wasn't blocked. Just runs harmlessly out for the goal kick. Really need to up our game here. Things have been very poor so far. And what that just sums it up right there, whatever on earth that pass was. Some good purchase there, some good hustles to try and win it back, but again we cannot keep the ball for more than 5 seconds at the moment. Can't string 3 passes together, and Inter are just running all over us in the early goings of this one. Every single ball is falling to them, every challenge is falling their way. We just don't have it in us at the moment to look even remotely capable of coming back, as Strakosha is forced into another fairly simple save that time, but the header was either side of him, the lead would have been doubled. Dermisi finds Lulic, who fights off one, keeps going. Lulic, down this left-hand side, he swings this one, and Ravel Morrison's in the middle, is not going to him. He tried another acrobatic kick that went nowhere. That seems to be his game. Here's Patrick. Finds Immobile to Lulic. Back to Immobile, who turns on it, but can't get the shot away. And Inter come clear with it again. Morrison tries to find Immobile, but the defender reads it. There's just not enough support going forward. There's nowhere for us to play the ball. Inter just completely and utterly suffocating us up the field. We're getting nowhere. Patrick chases that one down with a good challenge. Radu will chase it, try and keep it in, and he does. And there is the halftime whistle. A very, very difficult first half. Inter completely in control of this one. No doubt about it. The stats might say we've had possession, they do, but that does not tell the story of the number of times we have given the ball away and just not had any opportunities. Inter could easily have had 2 or 3 by now, and I think I'm going to make a bold change here. Immobile is going to come off. I'm going to replace him with Casiedo. Immobile's not really done a ton the last couple of games. It's time to give his counterpart a chance to prove himself. He asked for game time. I'm going to give him this half here, see what he can do with it. They're just toying with us now with little flicks and all this. Morrison finds Marusic. I did bring in fresh light. It's not like it was the same team. Patrick was charging down that side. He finds Morrison. Morrison tries to find Casiedo in the middle. It couldn't quite get there. Lucas with the first time effort is blocked and cleared away. That was better. That had a little more intensity to it. A little more, looked like he might be able to do something. Marusic finds Morrison. Finds Savic, who can't keep it, and it's cleared away. We do get the ball back though, and this last few minutes here for the start of the first half have looked a lot better in terms of just having opportunities. Here's Casiedo, who hits one, but Di Gennaro is there. Inter will make a change as well. Martinez has been replaced by Icardi, which makes our job absolutely not the slightest bit easier. And there's a shot from range from, I think it was Candreva. It may have been. No, it wasn't. That was Icardi hitting that one just after he comes on, but he couldn't do anything with it. I'm going to look at maybe just making my final couple of changes here. See if we can inject some life into this game. I don't know how. I think Marusic is going to be replaced with Lukaku. I think I have to I might bring on Luis Alberto here, but actually bring off Savic and drop Morrison into the midfield, just for the sake of freshness. Have people that can run, people that can chase. Patrick with a good tackle there, finding Marusic. Here's Lucas Morrison. Finds Savic, is running on with it quite nicely there. He plays it through. There's Lulic trying to find Casiedo. He does. Casiedo fights his way into that one, doesn't he? Pulls it back to Marusic. His shot is blocked. It was such a poor effort. Took way too long to hit it. Gave the defense all the time in the world to come back, and that was a huge opportunity missed to pull us level. With about 20 minutes to go, our undefeated streak in the league under serious threat as Inter just waltzed right through us. Thankfully the shot wasn't great. Gave Strakosha a chance. But then Patrick's ball is awful and it falls thankfully to Lucas in the end. Savic picks up, there's Casiedo to Morrison. Ravel Morrison to run here a little bit. He goes over the top to Lulic, who goes in. Casiado is there! Casiado buries it, but it's offside. He crept in front of the defender. It couldn't have been more than an arm or so, but it did seem like the right call to me as well. But that is a sign that we do have a chance here. Is that one finds the back of the net, but is ruled out just for offside. Patrick barely chasing this down. Perisic with all of it. Perisic is the one that got that one, I think. Strakosha just getting that one away, and it's a free kick under the challenge from McCarty. I'd rather just taken the ball there, to be honest, but never mind. Giving the ball away far too easily. As time ticks away, I just don't see anything, and there's the second goal to kill the game. It's all too easy, so much space down the right hand side, and he just flicks that one on the volley. I don't need a 20 different angled still shot, just kick the ball. There you go, into the corner. Icardi, the substitute, his first goal of the season, and the game is now definitely beyond us. We barely had a chance of scoring one. There's no way we were going to score two. As it's cleared away, Casiado can't hold on. So definitely this has been a bit of a wake-up call this game. We've been so poor. Lulic finds Ravel Morrison, who hits this one across the goal, hits the post. Lukaku's there, is blocked, hits it, it's bouncing around. And if anything's going to sum up our day, that is it. Ravel Morrison with a great chance to pull us within a goal. Set up a frantic finish, but he hits the post. There's Luis Alberto now. Finds Lucas, who finds Lulic, who finds Casiado. Hits this one straight at Di Gennaro. Our best kind of series of attacking play coming right at the end of the game when it's beyond us. We need to be doing that all the way through, and not only when the chances of winning are gone. Patrick again just winning the ball. He hasn't stopped trying. He's been outstanding today. Morrison finds Lulic, cuts inside a little. Lulic to Casiado, hits one wide, and that may end up being the last act of the game. Hit away by Di Gennaro. Radu wins the ball. Morrison gets there, flings it forward just in hope. Headed away, and that is the end of that. Game over. The undefeated run in the league comes to a screeching halt. Really slammed back down to earth by an Inter side who were just far better than us throughout. Ignore the stats. They make it look like it's a lot more even than it was. But the scoreline tells the real story. We were poor and we were beaten. 2-0. So there we go. That's it for this one. Definitely some work to do as we go on. Milan won their game. We do remain top. I'm assuming on goal difference. But that won't last for too much longer. We need to get our farm back on track. Join us next time to see if that happens. Until then, enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a whole lot if you did. I'm having fun with this series. I hope you guys are too. See you next time.